Hello everybody. This is just an update that I just received from Patreon. It says Apple is requiring that Patreon use their in-app purchasing system and remove all other billing systems from the Patreon iOS app by November 2024. This means that starting in November, new memberships purchased in the iOS app will be subject to Apple's 30% App Store fee. First, we want to be clear about one thing. This will not impact your existing memberships at all. This is talking to me. Apple's App Store fee only applies to new memberships purchased in the iOS app beginning in November 2024. You will have full control over how Apple's fee is applied. You can either maintain your earnings by setting a higher price for new memberships, which I do not want to do, or absorb the App Store fee yourself, not recommended. You can control how Apple's fee is applied to your settings. I've already set it up. Just so everybody knows, I just want to be clear about this. If you become a new member as of November of this year and beyond, and if you run an Apple product, iOS, you're going to be subject to Apple's fee. That has nothing to do with me. That has nothing to do with Patreon. This is Apple doing this to you as your Apple users. So I've already set it up where my membership fees are going to stay the same. I'm not going to change them at all. But Apple's going to require you to pay a fee. I don't know what that fee is. I'm not an Apple user. When it comes to things like their apps, I do use Apple products like for port setting, but I don't buy their apps or whatever, so I don't know what the fee is. So it says Apple's 30% App Store fee. I don't know what that is. I don't know what 30% of anything is. 30%, is it a one-time fee? Is it every month? I don't know. If you're an Apple user, I assume you know. So I just want to put this out there to let everybody know, if you've considered being a Patreon member of mine, which is what I really prefer, as of right now anyway. If things change later on, I'll let everybody know. But as of right now, I still prefer that. Just know that you want to be a member before November to avoid all these fees that Apple's wanting to put on you. Now, if you're an Android user, you're okay. And if you're a member of mine as of right now, this does not affect anybody that's a member right now. Even if you're an iOS user, your membership does not change. You do not get billed, according to what they're telling me here. You will not get billed by Apple, later down the road. No, you're fine. Now, if you drop out and then decide to come back, they're going to nail you with that fee. So anyway, this is just to keep you updated on what's going on. This has nothing to do with me. I don't want to get blamed for this. I don't want somebody to think we're being greedy. We're not. A lot of these things happen, and this is what I'm talking about when I talk about all these updates, and sometimes I don't get notified. Well, here's one from Patreon. Another reason why I'm going to Patreon a little bit at a time. Patreon keeps me informed of exactly what's going on, who does what to who, and how it's going to work. So I'm letting you know. I still want you to be a Patreon member. Do it now before these fees from Apple kick in November. That being said, I look forward to seeing you. I'll be sending you your Discord invitation, your link. Anybody out there that's a Patreon member of mine as of now, if you haven't gotten your Discord link, which I know you have, but if you haven't been able to get into Discord or whatever and you need another link, just send me a confirmation. Just send me an email. Get on Patreon and send me a message, anything, and I'll be glad to send you another link to get on Discord. None of that costs me anything, so I'm glad to do that. So I'll see you on Discord. That's where I hang out most of the time. I'm going to get back to editing a video. With that being said, see you on the other side.